Hello, this is the new episode of the Made in Kazakhstan project. My name is Anton Fedorov, and I continue to explore the production potential of Kazakhstan's enterprises. I have arrived in the main city of the country, the capital of Kazakhstan. Reaches 1,200,000 people. Since 1997, it has increased by 4 times. Nur-Sultan is a huge platform where modern and progressive ideas and, above all, innovative projects and productions are being introduced. In this episode, I want to tell you about this. Well, are you ready? Let's get started then. Watch in today's episode. Innovative developments in public utilities. How do LEDs make Nur-Sultan brighter every day? Digital twin of the Kazakh capital. I will show a unique project implemented in the main city of the country. Plastic instead of metal. You will learn how the production of plastic pipes works in Nur-Sultan and what is the advantage of this material. Nur-Sultan, like any large and developing city, actively uses the world practice of creating special economic zones. This is one of them. It was created in 2017 and is called Astana Technopolis. Its area exceeds 330 hectares, and today this zone serves as a huge production site where enterprises of various directions operate. This is an international practice. If countries are interested in business development, they usually create special economic zones. Special economic zone in Kazakhstan provides exemption from many taxes. To be more precise, an exemption from corporate income tax of 20%, VAT on imports, land tax and property tax, and various tax duties which the standard business pays. In turn, the state receives the type of preferences, allowing them to build up, give the makings for business development. Similar special economic zones have been created in all regions of Kazakhstan, taking into account the specifics of each territory. Special Economic Zone of Nur-Sultan includes both traditional industries and enterprises with science-intensive and innovative cycles. So the first innovative enterprise of Nur-Sultan is the factory for the production of LED lamps. In general, LEDs are artificial crystals that are created in laboratory conditions, and if an electric current is applied to them, they begin to glow. Today, LEDs are widely used in the production of various lighting devices, whether it be street lamps or, for example, a flashlight in a mobile phone or even a backlight for cars. The entire civilized world switched to LEDs a long time ago due to the dictates of the times. The advantages of LEDs over incandescent bulbs are obvious. The first technology is old. These are fluorescent lamps, which weren't produced in Kazakhstan. Look, they are very large. Also, this lamp is energy intensive. Its biggest problem is that it consumes 250 watts. Moreover, if it burns out, one cannot just throw it away. It contains mercury, which can cause environmental problems. Glass fades over time. In general, they entail a lot of problems. The biggest problem is that it has a large consumption of 250 watts and a short lifespan. This lamp will work for a maximum of 2 years. Functions of small LED lamps are much broader than just street lighting. In the modern world, a street lamp is no longer just a source of light, but a multifunctional communication portal, which is the basis of an intelligent urban infrastructure. To provide the necessary functionality and the ability to access network resources, developers of lighting systems use cellular technology, various types of sensors, as well as modern solutions in the field of information security. We are now producing lamps with intelligent control, with a NEMA connector. Here you see they are controlled. One can install a driver and control the lamp by dimming through a computer, sitting somewhere in the control room. I want to show the consumption.
И мы можем вот этим светильником управлять через компьютер, сидя там где-то диспетчерский.
We are now turning on this lamp, and the watt meter shows its consumption. It rises.
Ваттметр показывает его потребление.
This lamp does not light up once, it needs 15 minutes. Well, we'll leave it here. I want to turn on our lamp. It lights up in a second. There is no delay. It consumes 150 watts.
Вот его включаем, моментально загорает, нету никаких этих. Здесь потребление, сейчас он покажет, 150 ватт.
LED lamps produced in Nur-Sultan are a new step in improving the city's communal infrastructure. These lamps fit well with the overall urban design. They are easy to operate and have a long service life. The lamp cannot be removed. We give a guarantee for our products for up to 10 years. With such high-quality components, you can provide a long guarantee. The Smart City program has been operating in Nur-Sultan for a long time. Using a network of sensors and monitors, it collects and analyzes data to gain valuable insights into how a city operates, including safety, transportation systems, energy and environment, health and social care. LED lights are also part of this urban system. We know that electricity can burn some natural resources. If we generate it additionally, we need to use it to the maximum within the same capacities. Therefore, it is necessary to apply new technologies. This enterprise covers the area of 2,700 square meters. It employs 35 specialists and uses modern high-tech equipment, but still part of the production process is done manually. This enterprise produces approximately 500 lamps per day. Over the last years of work, it has provided the Kazakh capital with 10,000 lighting fixtures. Enterprise specialists work hard to supply the streets of the Kazakh capital with innovative lamps. It all starts with the LEDs themselves. They are not produced in Kazakhstan. LEDs from the world's leading companies are used to produce domestic lamps. This is the heart of the future device that will illuminate the streets of Kazakhstan cities, including the capital. So far, this is only a matrix, a board on which such contacts are installed. The LEDs are attached on them with the help of liquid tin. After the board has passed the drying process, it looks like this. Look, there are yellow LEDs on it here. Now we just need to supply electric current here and enjoy the wonderful lighting. Each lamp is assembled by hand. Experts connect all components and test the resulting device. This LED was invented in the last century. When exposed to a weak current, it starts to glow. It is much more durable than incandescent lamps. Many lamps are of our production. Even here on the highway, you look and say with pride, "I have made it." For the rational use of LEDs, you need to take into account the operating conditions: wind, precipitation, temperature fluctuations. The lamps made in Kazakhstan were created taking into account all climatic features of Nur-Sultan. Given a constant rise in the price of energy carriers, energy-efficient LED lamps will become a profitable investment that will pay off in a period from 6 months to 2 years. In addition to lamps, we have learned to make supports. Now we are making such modern supports for our city. Take a look. These hatches are hidden. It has beautiful design. So our supports look like this. Local governors make orders to us. Their great advantage is that they are cumbersome. They do not need to be transported from anywhere. They're made from our local material. Everything is completely Kazakh. These are such wind-resistant supports. Each employee of this enterprise treats his work with special responsibility. After all, the comfort living of the Kazakh capital residents depends on their work. Therefore, the quality of products at this enterprise is constantly monitored. Now, when lamps under the Made in Kazakhstan brand are assembled, tested and ready, they go to the streets of Kazakh cities to give light to people. Nur-Sultan is a city that lives and functions 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. All the processes that are taking place in the Kazakh capital should be under constant control, whether it be construction, improvement, or traffic. Not controlling them is like leaving a little child alone. For this, a 3D model of the capital of Kazakhstan was created that is its digital twin. With the help of this project, you can learn almost everything about Nur-Sultan. The practice of city management using digital systems is successfully applied in many large cities, and Nur-Sultan is no exception. Such experience makes it possible to significantly speed up many processes of the life of megalopolises, to respond promptly to emergency situations in the city, and also to quickly collect and analyze information about the needs of citizens. Now, imagine that you are going to move to Nur-Sultan for work, and of course you need to take your family with you. So, with the help of this 3D project, you can choose a conveniently located residential complex, see a nearby school, see how far your housing is from the roadway, and also find out the location of parks, squares, embankments, sports grounds, and other places for walks. You can even see the view from the window of your future home. For all city systems to function without failures and convey an objective picture of the current situation, a powerful base is needed on which the implemented platforms would work. This is where aerospace technology comes in. Now I'll tell you about one production, or rather, it's not even a production, it is an innovative project, the benefits of which you don't even realize right away. This project is not related to mining or processing, but for the development of cities, and in particular Nur-Sultan, it is very important. This project is being implemented using space satellites and space technologies. To move from words to deeds, I now suggest that you see several sites of Nur-Sultan directly from space. Let's say you're looking for an apartment, office, or real estate. How long does it take you to search? You enter the site and look at the location, whether it is close to you or not. Well, that's all. This is all that you can see. Number of stories, squaring. Using this system, you can see what the house is built of, where is the trash nearby, what the playground looks like, how many trees are nearby, what is the neighborhood. What can be seen from the window? Is the neighboring house close? Is there a noise from the streets? Because you will see the highways there. That is, you reduce your time to search for real estate 30 times. Such unique opportunities are not a fictional reality, but in fact an existing project developed by Kazakhstan's company. Its main task is to integrate modern technologies into all spheres of the economy. Now, for example, a small area is shown on the screen. Here we see Expo, Nazarbayev University and Turan Street, as well as small Taldikol Lake. There is nothing on this site, there are no buildings, only the planned land plots for construction. Now I turn on the layout of the project and we can already see that there will be residential complexes, apartment buildings, let's say. There will be a scientific town designed for scientific workers. The entire infrastructure that will be created in the future, where they can live, send their children to kindergarten, school, and so on. Team headed by Balgan Kaziev had to work much to achieve such results. I would like to note that such projects and developments in Kazakhstan have not been carried out before. Today, on the basis of Nazarbayev University, a group of like-minded people is mastering a completely new segment of the economy. The benefits of this project are obvious. We all know that Nur-Sultan has a big problem with traffic jams on the main streets. But as we see on the map, new roads, avenues are already being built and they are supposed to unload the main roads, such as Kabanbay-Batyr or Turan. Also, we provide public services. For example, the user is interested in a particular free land. He submits an application through the GeoPortal. Also, to issue this application, he preliminarily looks at the draft of the detailed plan. That is, the investor wants to build a school. He has money, right? He goes to this map, sees that a school is planned here according to the detailed planning project. He draws a plot of land for himself, sends this application online to the Department of Architecture, where it is considered and accordingly given permission. One satellite image is not enough for this project to work. This requires colossal knowledge and special technologies capable of receiving and processing large streams of current information. At the moment, the company has certain achievements in the development of its own original solutions in the modernization of machinery and equipment, and work in this direction is carried out continuously. Let's say a fire catches some object. Using this map, the team can estimate how they can gather quickly and park the fire engine. For example, there is nowhere to park near the House of Ministries, so the fire engine will not be able to park there during business hours. There are a lot of such facilities in the city. But we see the city from above, we see that there are narrow streets, cars cannot be parked. That is, such things can be modeled. You can constantly take some measures in advance. The company says that the capabilities of Kazakhstan's satellites, which are 4 now in space, are so vast that they relate to any area of human life. One satellite can monitor the Earth's surface area of 220,000 square kilometers. This means that all processes occurring in this territory, be it fires, floods, oil pipe spills, and much more, can be monitored 24 hours a day, which makes it possible to quickly respond to any emergency situations. Imagine a certain complex hanging or flying over the city will continuously transmit a video stream online, for example, to some situational center of the city. What does it give? With the help of this map, one can control any situation happening in the city. For example, a hijacking, an accident, some kind of criminal case, or you just want to trace how your child got to school. So using video recording, you will be able to watch what is going where, like traffic jams, accidents, road repair.
Ремонт дороги, допустим, сделать так, чтобы город не почувствовал этого.
The company says that the market of space technologies, in particular for remote sensing of the Earth, is growing by 30% annually. The export potential of Kazakhstan's space products and services can reach 25 million per year. Nur-Sultan is the #1 city in Kazakhstan, and the system created in the capital should also become #1, that is, the leader. Then, of course, we would like to scale to the entire republic. Why do we want it? Because we have our own technologies. We have the appropriate equipment. Our prime cost is considered to be the lowest in Kazakhstan because everything is our own. Of course, space technology is the future. Kazakhstan has every chance to stand on a par with the world's leading space powers. For this, it is necessary to develop the space industry, which will then help in the development of both Kazakhstan and all mankind. While I continue my research of innovative ideas and solutions that are being implemented at the production facilities of Nur-Sultan, I would like to note that innovations appear more and more frequently in the life of a modern person every day. I came to a company that produces polyethylene pipes. Yes, you heard right. It was polyethylene. Only this polyethylene has been modified by means of chemical reactions and additional elements into a durable, wear-resistant material. This enterprise and its production are new for Kazakhstan. The plant opened in 2019, and the demand for its products almost immediately caught up with the supply. The production of pipes for gas and water from polyethylene has an undeniable economic effect. For Kazakhstan, such a production is very important. After the Soviet Union, the country inherited an unpleasant legacy in the form of worn-out communication networks. In the first years of independence, many settlements of Kazakhstan suffered accidents in engineering communications, as a result of which hundreds of settlements could be left without water or gas. This plant breathes new life into the communal systems of Kazakh cities. Its products, like blood arteries in the human body, feed settlements with water and gas. Now the state does not need to spend huge amounts of money on the maintenance and repair of dilapidated engineering networks. Since ancient times, people have been looking for durable materials to create networks that transport water. In ancient times, first pipes were created from hollow plants, baked clay, and later from various metals. With the development of engineering, it became necessary to transport gas, oil, or some kind of chemical substances through such metal networks. The production of polyethylene pipes at the plant begins with the delivery of the raw materials to the company. This polyethylene in the form of granules is intended for a technical pipe. Polyethylene was discovered in 1899 when a German chemist, Hans von Pachmann, during experiments with gas, ethylene, and catalysts, discovered a sediment in a test tube in the form of a wax-like substance. Pachmann and his colleagues called this substance polymethylene, but they did not find a worthy use for it.
Применения ему не нашли.
"35 years after the discovery of von Pachmann, British chemists Fawcett and Gibson, while experimenting with gas and subjecting it to high pressure, received a byproduct, a soft substance resembling wax or paraffin. Scientists immediately began to study it, and by the beginning of the 40s of the last century, the product, which received the official name polyethylene, had become a universal material for the manufacture of protective cables and wires. This plant covers the area of 5,000 square kilometers. It became possible to produce such necessary and effective in all senses products thanks to the most sophisticated German equipment installed at the enterprise. The manufacture of polyethylene pipes is a step-by-step and complex process. This equipment works as follows. First, the raw material is poured into barrels, after which it goes up through vacuum hose and falls, passing through the scales and adding paint. Then it enters the extruder. Here it melts, mixes with all the components that have been added, then goes to the heating unit, where the diameter and the shape are formed. When the granular polyethylene has melted and is ready to turn into a pipe, it needs constant monitoring. Although the process is automatic, it cannot be done without human participation. Then the molten polyethylene enters the vacuum tanker, where it gets right diameter and cools down. This tanker works under a vacuum of 4 atmospheres. Well, depending on the pipe, it is always different, but on average it is the same. Then the formed pipe goes into cooling tankers where its temperature drops. The water temperature in them is approximately 24 degrees. This is the standard. After the cooling tankers, the pipes undergo marking process. Next is the pulling device, which pulls the entire pipe using special tracks. After that, a special tanker cuts off the required length, the required dimensions. Further, it is delivered to receiving table from which the pipe is already removed with the help of crane beams. Minimum guaranteed service life of these pipes is 50 years. Such pipes have a small probability of damage if the liquid freezes in them. In such a situation, the pipe will not burst, but simply increase in diameter. For many decades, pipes made of cast iron and steel were the main arteries, but they weighed a lot, complicating their transportation and installation. They were not protected from corrosion and had a relatively short service life. With polyethylene pipes, everything is much easier. Imagine such a pipe made of metal only. Could I do this procedure with it? That is, lift the pipe with virtually one finger. Probably not. It turns out that a person can deliver pipes made of polyethylene to the destination on their own, and if he has certain knowledge and skills in conducting communications, then he can provide his home with gas and water himself. Another indisputable advantage of polyethylene pipes is their high corrosion resistance. The physical and chemical composition of polyethylene makes this material practically insensitive to the effects of aggressive substances in the soil. These pipes are absolutely environmentally friendly. They also do not emit any odors, which does not in any way affect the taste and quality of the water. The installation of polyethylene pipes allows you to save up to 40% on the purchase and installation of equipment. We can produce pipes for the installation of any objects, from residential buildings to multi-story buildings and sports complexes. Our production task is to provide most working facilities, construction complexes, residential complexes with communication lines for water and gas so that people can get their water and gas. And now, when the polyethylene pipe has gone through all the stages of production, from granular raw materials to finished products, it can be sent to construction sites to work for the benefit of people. So, in this episode of the Made in Kazakhstan project, I told you only about a small part of innovative ideas and industries that are being actively implemented in the main city of the country today. But this is not all that Nur-Sultan can surprise with. In the next episodes, I will definitely continue my story about the production potential of the Kazakh capital. Subscribe to the Kazakh TV channel on YouTube, write comments, like, and be sure to click on the bell to know about new releases. My name is Anton Fedorov, and I am going for a new story. See you in the next episode.